Hey, how's it going everyone? Tazen here, and today give you a news update regarding the development and release of .hack GU Last Recode coming to the PlayStation 4 and PC at the end of this year. Now the first is regarding Bandai Namco recently officially confirming that the game will receive a physical PlayStation 4 release in the Americas. They haven't yet confirmed or denied whether the game will receive a physical release in other regions such as Japan, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. But given the game hasn't ever received a physical release on the PS2 in Europe, I believe there's a strong chance we will see a physical release. Doesn't guarantee it yet though, but in saying that, if it does get released physically in Europe, it still doesn't guarantee that it will get a physical release in countries like Australia and New Zealand. As we'll see in the past, games like Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, although that received a physical copy in Europe, it didn't receive a physical copy in Australia and New Zealand. It was digital only. But in saying that, fortunately, physical copies from Europe are fully compatible not just with your PlayStation 4 console, but in terms of your PlayStation Network account being able to access DLC and stuff. So you don't need to create another account. If by chance it is only released physically in North America and you wish to play the game physically, and they do release DLC in the future, then in order to access that DLC, you will need to play the game with a North American PSN account. Otherwise, you can buy the game and play it digitally and then purchase a physical copy from North America so you own that game physically if you'd like. Pre-orders currently already available at select retailers in North America, including GameStop. And moving on to the second piece of information, and that is what appears to be potentially the official box art for the PlayStation 4 copy of the game. So GameStop on their site have listed an image of what could be the physical box art of the game. Now this image, or artwork I should say rather, has been on the Bandai Namco website for a longer period of time, but one thing I've noticed between the American and the European website is not only do they both have the same artwork, but they've both got a different rating on them in the same spot that would be on the physical copy of a box art. In North America, they've still got the ESRB rating on it, whereas in Europe, they've got the PEGI 12 on that. And again, when I look at the box art, what stands out to me is, one, it doesn't reveal too much about the game. It's got a great list of characters that are in the game, some characters of interest, and overall I just think it's fitting. I think the colors are vibrant. I love how it goes from red at the top to blue at the bottom, and if it isn't the box art, I'm not sure what other box art they could produce for the game, given that I feel like this doesn't show anything regarding the Volume 2 and Volume 3, which is important. If you're buying a game, you don't want anything that sort of spoils it if you haven't played all three games. So again, we'll wait and see what happens with that. But moving on, this is another bit of information that was released in June, but was something I feel is very important, maybe not many people know about, and that is regarding the Last Recode remaster will come with the videos from what is called the End of the World from the .hack terminal disc. Now, if you're not sure or aware of the .hack terminal disc is, this came bundled with a special edition of .hack GU Volume 1 Rebirth, which came also with a figure of Haseo. And what this disc has is it's 12 chapters and includes videos. It's from a programmer who was at CC Corp, and it's documenting or outlining firstly the events of the first 4 games of .hack, the disappearance of a certain character, as well as other events that take place between the end of the original series and the beginning of the GU series. So this also sets up a great premise for the game, and for people who have never played the original series, it can also help, you could say, integrate them into the .hack GU series without needing to have played the original games per se. And again, this was only released with the special edition of .hack GU Volume 1 on the PlayStation 2. So to have this come with the Last Recode copy, I think is fantastic, because you can go straight into that first, at least, and start to learn about the game, or you could say the setting from the previous games and what happens in between. So again, I'm really happy to see this. I don't have to go through YouTube anymore and sort of rehash on sort of the events and everything, the logs from this programmer. So again, really excited to see that. But yeah, I'll keep you updated with more news and information coming on .hack GU Last Recode. There's still so much we don't know about the game, at least according to Bandai Namco. They still have unannounced information regarding this game, updates and things that will be placed in the game that weren't originally in it. Again, they've mentioned that we will see Haseo in a new form, or we will be meeting Haseo for the first time. So that will be interesting to see what that is. Are they suggesting a new form? Are they suggesting more of a backstory of Haseo? Or without spoiling things, learning things about Haseo from before the game that people who have gone through the entire series of Dot Hack may know about, but people who haven't may not sort of be aware of, and maybe people who have played the whole GU series maybe still aren't fully aware of Haseo's role prior to the game and the Dot Hack Roots series. So it'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until next video, stay spot on.